Garrett Lee tagged me in a fucking post. What the fuck does this fucking fucker want, dude?
I don't know. Fuck that guy.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This week on Humpcast, trailers for Glass, Aladdin, and a new Pet Cemetery. Tara Reid gets kicked off a Delta flight. We find a vampire child. And do you hate horror movies? You're listening to Humpcast.
Hit it already!
Welcome to Humpcast, everybody. The show where a couple of buds get buzzed and make a small Sharknado out of a few tubs of Play-Doh. My name's Garrett Lee.
I'm Ryan D.
And you're listening to Humpcast.
Yeah.
We turned our headphones up, and I feel like everything's super loud now.
I'm just super deaf, so like I always have to have them pretty loud.
I'm gonna turn mine down, but yeah.
I played drums like the other day for like 2 hours with no fucking earplugs, which was a terrible idea.
That's the worst. That's one of the worst. Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's like going to the shooting range with no fucking earplugs.
I just forgot earplugs, and we were just playing, and I was like, "Fuck it, we're here, I'm playing."
We're here. We're queer. Fuck yeah.
So like an hour in, I finally decided to stuff some like toilet paper in my ears or something, but the damage had already been done.
Mm-hmm.
So for the next day, my ears were fucking ringing like really bad.
Jesus. All right. So you just came back from what the fucking you said the lineup. Is this even like a fest or was it just a cool concert?
Dude, it was just a concert. Well, it was just like a one-off. And System of a Down's doing this short tour. Mm-hmm. It was supposed to be a world tour for a North American tour for an album release, but they've since they announced that the album was going to come out. Then they announced that the album's not coming out.
What? Like at all, or just delayed?
Basically, like Serge Tankin and Darren, I don't know what his last name is. He's the guitar player for System. So if anybody follows any of this shit, like he's the one that decided to sing more in the last two albums that they've come out with.
So Darren Singer.
Yeah. They're having like creative differences, so they can't come together and write new songs for System of a Down.
Well, I mean, I'm obviously not up to date on everything. Last I heard, they were broken up. What happened with that?
Well, they were on a hiatus.
And
they were supposed to get back, and then they got back together. They did a tour, and I think I missed that tour, but then they came back and they did like a one-off show in L.A. because they're from L.A.
Uh-huh.
So they did this like fucking like 2.5 hour show, no opener. Just at the Forum, just was like, we're gonna play for 2.5 hours.
That sounds awesome.
It was fucking dope, and so we went to that one at the Forum. It was fucking awesome.
Also, have you seen this GIF? It's like a tiny video, but it's fucking hilarious. You've noticed it? I saw it the other day.
An angry fucking dog, though.
So it's Chop Suey, but it's a dog singing it because it's just perfectly matches up.
Wake up!
That's pretty good.
We're all dog fans, so I was like, I just started bust. I love like the little things that make me bust up for stuff like that. Yeah. Like it's usually animal videos. There was another one. I think I posted it. I'm not gonna. I could probably find it, but it was literally like a moose or something. It was like a deer that was in someone's backyard, and they caught it, and it starts getting on their child's plastic slide, and its hoof started making a beat.
Oh yeah,
you ever see that one?
Yeah, I did see that one.
Was it? Dear Phil Collins, and that one I swear to God, I watched it on loop for like maybe like 5 to 10 minutes because it was. Like it totally just like trips on the slide and then just like
funny.
It's all good.
Have you heard that new Skibbity Bop song?
What?
The one that I posted on my Facebook?
No. Which one is
Just look it up right now. Skibbity Bop. It's called Skibbity Bop.
All right.
Try and spell that out.
Yeah. Good luck to me. Skibbity dibbity.
There it
Skibbity
is.
doo bop bop. What? There's a lot of.
No, it goes beep boop boop bop boop boop bop. SpongeBob.
I don't even know what
that's
this-
it. Just
That one?
yeah.
All right.
No, that's not
That's
it.
Scatman.
That's Scatman.
Skibbity bop.
Skibbity.
Bop. I'm gonna go SpongeBob.
No, it's not SpongeBob.
I thought you said SpongeBob.
No, I was just I was making a funny joke, but you
Oh.
obviously didn't get it.
No, I didn't.
Skibbity. What the fuck is it? It's on my Facebook page. Go to my Facebook.
All right, we'll look that up. While you tell us more about the
Okay, so
stuff.
So System Serge Tankian ended up basically making a public statement in a Facebook post saying that him and Darren aren't getting along and they just can't collectively.
We can't play nice.
They just can't come up with new songs for a new album. And he writes
This one?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
He writes about how he didn't even really like the last two albums and he didn't want to be a part of them. And
I didn't like it.
and they ended up splitting up and doing their own two separate albums because they couldn't figure out how to collectively collaborate with those songs that they wanted to put out.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this is there any sort of thing you should know? Or
It's
just
just-
weird?
this is like
it
the-
starts with a rooster and
Dude,
a human
it's
owl.
like the new Gangnam Style pretty much.
Okay.
And I'm so fucking it's been stuck in my head all day and I'm so obsessed with it.
It's called Skibbity by Little Big.
Skibbity. Okay.
I already don't like the music video. I don't like any of this.
Why not?
It's weird.
It's so silly.
I hate this. Oh, the dog. Okay. Fucking weird.
That's the dance.
I feel like, you know what's weird? Oh, there's a breakdown. This is weird, and I think it actually could catch on. Because,
It will. It's going to.
Okay, so here's the thing, and I have this. It's not. This is like my main thing. I feel like since the very first round of Old Spice commercials, where they started doing just like weird, random shit, a bunch of people, like a bunch of companies, marketing companies specifically, are like, let's do commercials and music videos and everything, and just that make no fucking sense. Like,
Yeah.
But it catches on. But it's just like that started this trend, or at least was the first one to hit it really big for everyone to notice that hey, if you just do a bunch of random shit, people are like, that's weird. I should watch it again.
I guess, but this is like a real actual music video.
Yeah, I know. But that was the point. Is like now everything's so weird that nothing's weird,
I guess.
and that's like it's like desensitizing people now to weirdness.
You don't like anything that has like that's nonsense.
That's actually not true. I just got into Big Mouth. You ever watch that?
Nick Kroll's show? No, never.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
not
I know you
really-
hate Nick Kroll.
I'm not really a fan of Nick Kroll.
I
but,
know. But have you ever
No, I
seen
haven't watched it. It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what sucks? You would actually like it. I think you didn't.
Probably. I mean, I'll check it out, but I don't hate him that much. I love The League.
You're like, oh, also there's this really good show. It stars Nick Kroll and Butthole Eyes.
What?
Butthole Eyes.
Yeah, Pete
Pete Davidson. No, I just wanted to come up with something that I thought you'd hate.
Oh,
Nick Kroll,
speaking of which,
Butthole Eyes, and
speaking of which, they fucking broke up.
yeah, I immediately thought of you.
So that ruined somebody's fucking costume who decided to be a little bitch ass bitch and fucking not talk to me about it.
Throwing shade. So you still haven't heard shit about that.
No.
All right. So I'm not gonna talk about it, but apparently Ryan has some bridges that got burned.
I just made fun of somebody for him and his girlfriend wanting to be Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson, and I hate Pete Davidson, and they had this Halloween costume, and I was like, oh cool, and I was drunk at a bar, and I may have hurt his feelings a little bit.
You think that's the only reason, though? Doesn't make sense to me.
I do not know I don't know what else it could have been. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, but since then, do you want to say what happened? Like, you don't have to say names if you don't want to. But
no, it's just a friend. I thought we were boys, and he ended up just calling me and telling me that I'm a miserable piece of shit and he can't hang out with me anymore. So, and this was the day after I was like kind of making fun of him for the whole Pete Davidson thing, and I said I didn't like Pete Davidson. I thought he
stop making
funny.
fun of me.
But anyway, I don't know. I mean, I bust this guy's balls all the time, but I bust everyone's balls. Like I don't, and
It's
especially especially for the people that I love. Like I fucking dude. Like if we're really good friends, you're gonna get the worst of it.
Yeah, dude, I fucking hate Ryan sometimes. Like, I'm legit. Like, just stop it. You're being mean.
But anyway, so like he came at me a few times saying that I was like, kind of just always that I was miserable and that everything he said that he couldn't say anything around me because I would always make fun of him. And I was like, well, stop saying stupid shit.
I was gonna say the exact same thing. No, yeah, I was like, yeah, well, stop being dumb.
Yeah, it's just he was an easy target and whatever. But I thought we were really good friends and apparently not. So. Yeah, whatever.
Ah, dude. Like that sucks, but whatever. I guess.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. And then it's funny because like this is still kind of fresh. So once this whole news broke out about fucking Pete Davidson and and Ariana Grande, I was just like, ha, loser.
Also, how is that even a costume? Like, what do you like? The only
dude, my point exactly.
The only iconic thing you could possibly do
is paint your eyes like buttholes.
I was gonna say just have her have that big ass ponytail,
right?
Or the bunny ears. Like, really, Ariana Grande is not known for anything else unless you actually physically do like her makeup. Have you seen those like videos? They pop up randomly on Facebook, and I'm sure they're all over YouTube. But people put on makeup and like costumes and whatnot to look like other people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit, that looks exactly like this other person. Like, makeup artists are amazing. Like the shit. Like it makes you think like those things in like Mission Impossible and
the masks.
and what you call it, fucking Zoolander, or like really possible. She's like I'm a black man now, and it's just like just give you a completely different race or do whatever you want. It's like boom, makeup.
So anyway, so I was at that show, the System show this weekend, and the fucking lineup. I missed Clutch because I was in the parking lot partying too much.
Fucked up, bro.
So I walked in right after.
Tell them the lineup. Did you already say what it was?
It was Skeleton Witch, Paul Bearer,
the guy from WWF.
That's the name of a band too.
Okay.
Metal band. Clutch, At the Drive-In, Incubus, and System of a Down.
Jesus.
And I missed. That
was my 16-year-old dream.
Yeah, I know. I missed the first 3 bands, and I love Clutch, and I've never seen them before, and I was like so fucking bummed out that because I was like waiting on everybody to pack up all this shit, and I was like, let's go! I want to go inside. Come on! Like, no, we all want to go in together, and then we all ended up fucking splitting up the minute we got inside anyway. So it was like should have just fucking gone with just walked in,
Yeah, that's a shitty thing about waiting for people in large groups. You're like. I'm usually the person that it's like if I'm gonna miss something, I'm like, no, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
If you're not coming with me, fuck it.
I missed Clutch, and then Incubus. No, At the Drive-In was on next, and Vicky hates doesn't like At the Drive-In at all. So
what the fuck, Vicky?
So I don't know why. So she was wasted, and I told her when we walked in, I don't want to get in. Like, I don't want to get too far into the crowd. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to get kicked out. I don't want to get a fight. I don't want to fucking do.
Can we just enjoy music?
I'm
please?
like, I just want to sit and watch the fucking show. Like, that's it. I don't want to be pushing people.
You're so old now.
And I'm always the one that gets fucking ripped out of a fucking crowd and thrown out. I just don't want to be that person.
Break your foot
or something happens. Yeah, it's just fucking dude. I just didn't want to have anything bad happen this time.
I mean, the fact that you're alive right now is infinitely much like infinite stuff about your maturity now.
Fuck right now though, because okay. And
by the way, like we start off every episode with alcoholic beverage, but Ryan decides to just drink water for whatever reason.
I just got out of a workout. I needed to drink
Ryan's
water.
being fitness, guys. Look at Ryan be fitness. Look at all the fitness going on right here.
Water.
Drinking Del Taco cup full of water. And then I just grabbed the last can of Lagunitas Super Cluster Ale that I have.
And I have no money for booze right now. And I didn't come from home, so I didn't get any booze.
Did you get a protein beer for after your workouts?
What the fuck was I saying? Oh, yeah. So then I lost Vicky like 5 minutes in, of course. Like, that's what the fuck always happens. So then... Because she wants to run and jump in the fucking crowd, and I just didn't want to do it anymore. I was like, you know what? Go ahead. Bye.
Bye.
And then she's calling me. So, like, all of Incubus, I have to look for her.
That sucks.
So...
Facebook reminded me that exactly 7 years ago, I went to go see Incubus for the first and only time at the Verizon Amphitheater.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They put on a great show. Well,
Yeah,
I caught the whole time I'm outside on the lawn, so I'm like watching the show, like walking around looking for Vicky. But she's calling me nonstop. She's like, I'm at the pizza place. I'm like, dude, there's like 7 pizza places in here. How the fuck am I... Dude, and like the people around me were like laughing so hard because I'm on the phone. I'm like, that doesn't help me. I'm like, the pizza place is not like a fucking place I can just find.
It's not a landmark.
I'm like, there's like 7
It's
fucking
like saying,
pizza places.
I'm in the crowd.
Yeah, and
I'm on the grass.
She was saying shit like that, and I was just like, you aren't helping me. I'm like,
I can
dude,
see the stage from here.
I'm like, dude, no one's gonna find you. Yeah, she's like, I'm by the stage. She's like, okay, you know the stage?
You know it? You know that one band?
She's like, you know the stage, go right. I'm like, which way? If I'm facing the stage, then if I go right, then I'm like,
Stage
I'm
right
like,
or
I'm like, if I'm facing away from the stage, like which way? What do you mean right, left? Like I'm not. And I'm like,
I'm sorry. I would not put up with that. I would literally be like, well, you're lost now. Good luck.
yeah. She called me every 5 seconds though. So
Are you here yet? Did you find me?
Yeah, it took forever. But anyway, I finally found her.
It's like
so we
Hot
finally
Tub Time
watched
Machine.
So I watched the end of Incubus, and then, dude, between her and my mom, I swear to God, both of them were hitting like, where the fuck is everybody? My mom was there too, or my mom bought my ticket. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
But anyway, it was a good time. It ended up being a really good time, and then we ended up getting pushed up for System, and I ended up kind of like sliding through the crowd, and I ended up getting all the way to the up at the guardrail where at the very back though, in the lawn. So for System, it was like we were up there. It was pretty cool, and I mean, no one really fucked with us. Some guy kept jabbing his fucking elbows into my back, and I shoved him into the crowd, and then he disappeared. No, that was
no.
But yeah, nothing bad happened. I was, but like by standing there and fucking jumping around and watching the show, and just like I already have like bad hips and bad knees, so my fucking back hurts now. So I'm like,
Do you ever get like a massage or anything, or like use a
no,
foam roller?
I should. I mean, I really should go see a chiropractor like regularly. But
one of the things that helps me a lot.
I have the last time I went to the chiropractor because of my fucked up spine and whatnot, and my hips are lopsided, so one is lower than the other. So that's why when I stand for too long, if I walk for too long, my back starts to hurt because my hips aren't aligned.
And they don't lie either. One of the things that helps me is I have a foam roller, and so it's like it literally cracks my back and then gives me like a little massage at the same time.
Is that a little thing that you like lay on the ground?
Yeah. All you do is it's like, and it was like $5 at this store down.
I fucking need
You can
one
probably
of
find it
those.
like a Ross or like Target. Like they're everywhere or online.
Yeah,
it's
'cause
literally.
I just got this big old fucking just
and
tension
it's
right
so
here.
satisfying. I kid you not. You put it like right there. You do one,
That sounds.
and you're
amazing.
like, yeah, that feels good. And then of course if you use it longer, like the one that I have specifically has little like bumps, so you can get a massage
Yeah,
too on there too.
I
But
gotta
like
get
just a regular foam roller, you can crack your back and shit.
I need to get one. I'll order one tomorrow.
Amazon, boom. All right.
But anyway, yeah, that, and I haven't been drinking very much besides that day.
I was like, I'm pretty sure there was a picture of you passed out with a shark in your head. Was that just because you were tired, or
That was the next day.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
I was surprised to not see a beer in your hand.
Yeah.
I wanted to add that to the collection.
It wasn't a shark. It was a rhinoceros. No. It was a triceratops.
Triceratops.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a shark or something. All right, so you had a rhino hat. Did you get that from the show?
No, it was somebody threw it on my head while I was sleeping.
Oh, okay. You're like, oh, this sounds good. Or this feels good. I'll wear this.
Yeah. It was. I think it's from the kids' toy box at my mom's house.
Nice.
But yeah, dinosaur head.
But yeah, I was like, oh, there's no beer in your hand. Otherwise, I would have added it to the collection. I have about 4 or 5 of you passed out with a beer in your hand. It's the best.
I know. We need to make a calendar.
I think so. Well, we're shooting for 12. We have 4 or 5, so let's keep it going. If you want to donate to that calendar, all you got to do is send a beer or 12,
Or a picture of me passed out with a beer in my hand.
or that if you have that. Yeah, if you see
have
Ryan,
those.
if you see Ryan and he's passed out with a beer in his hand, please send it to us.
It just happened to me last night.
Son of a bitch.
I was so tired, but that's the
Vicky,
thing.
get on it.
I fucked up by opening a beer, being extremely tired because like it wasn't just because I was drunk. I just I put on a movie.
Yeah.
Vicky was spending the night at her parents because she had to babysit in the morning. So I was so I put on a movie, opened a beer, and passed out.
Nice.
And then woke up because I spilled the beer right in my crotch.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh. Good job on not drinking as much.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a good thing because now I'm just in a bad mood all the time.
Well,
No, I'm just kidding.
find your happy, bro.
I'm
Find
just
your
kidding.
happy.
No, I'm trying to fucking just not be as drunk all the time.
That sounds good. That sounds smart. Good job. Look at you growing up. Want a button down? Look at these muscles and all this fitness going on right now.
I know.
Look at his
Trying to go to
angle.
the gym more. Trying to maybe not be so fat.
You guys are witnessing Ryan D growing up for the first time.
I'm just doing things so that I don't die as early.
Oh, good. Finally figured that out.
Just trying not to die.
Mortality. Pig died.
What? The pig died?
Pig died.
Finally.
That's what I was saying. I was like, it was an old pig. And just like, yeah. But pig's dead.
Is it just dead outside, just collecting fucking
No.
maggots, or
Of course not. It's animal control, like picked it up, whatever.
were you able to have the pig here legally?
I don't know. I didn't ask questions. I just said.
So you called animal control
And
and just
I-
was
and
like,
I left.
There's a dead pig.
I opened the side gates. I was like, I left, and I was like, just pick it up. Because I was scared of that. I was like, what are they like?
Yeah,
Why do you
'cause
have a pig?
They'll probably cite you. Yeah.
Why do you have a pig? I'm like, that's not my pig.
Huh?
I was like, we took.
What did you say when you called? Then you just like a pig just wanted.
No, I'd said that there's a large dead animal in my grandmother's. What I said, my grandmother's house's backyard. They asked me to call you. I don't live there. Blah blah blah. And I wasn't here. Showed up, took the pig.
Huh? Interesting.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean,
I think you are allowed a pig, though. I think it's
I didn't want to chance it because like that's what I was thinking. Like, I mean, obviously it wasn't my pig.
I know you're
but
allowed-
We took care of it.
It depends on
and
certain. I know you're allowed certain parts.
old pig.
You're allowed chickens for sure.
Yeah, dude. For the longest time, my neighbor had a chicken, and it kind of woke me up all the time because they had a chicken and a rooster. Roosters fucking crow.
Roosters are fucking annoying.
Yeah.
When I moved into this spot in East LA, my neighbor had the neighbor on the other side of my wall had a fucking rooster.
And then all of a sudden, you just smelled some really good barbecue, and it was gone.
Then I was just gone one day. Yeah, really. I'm like, they probably killed that fucking thing.
Made some pollo asada.
I would like to, if I had my own house, I'd love to have my own chickens and like a coop. Get some fresh
My
eggs.
cousin in Oregon has some. He says that they're way more expensive to have than they like giving you eggs or anything. Like, any fun things like that. Like they're really well because you got to feed them all the time. And that's the
Yeah.
thing. We like having that pig. We fed it all the time. We gave it a bunch of cool snacks.
Yeah, you
Not
just
like
feed 'em.
bad snacks,
And
but
well, I just listen to Joe Rogan a lot, and he's got
it's more than a dog. I feel like.
he's got a whole like thing of chickens and shit, and he said, and he's like, dude, I'll feed him meat and shit, and I'll feed him like rats or whatever,
Yeah.
mice and whatnot, and he's all, dude, that makes your fucking eggs so much better. He's like, fuck, he's all fuck giving him corn and he's all fuck
Yeah.
that, give him some meat.
Yeah.
He's like, you'll have some high protein eggs.
These eggs taste like pork chops.
Yeah.
Yeah, the easiest fucking animal is Candy, dude. She's like, she goes out and she does her shit. We come
Yeah,
home.
That's why people get cats in the first place, because they take care of themselves.
Yeah, I still miss my dog though. The
Yeah.
pig was like a dog, but it couldn't run
I
around.
miss my dog too, and he's just right here. He's still alive over here. Down
He's
the
just
street.
not-
He's just not with me.
Yeah, pits. All right. So we got a little update too. We got some beers coming from Jeremy Northwood. I was over at his house on.
Oh, you went
Sunday.
over?
Yeah.
I really wanted to go, but
You were dead.
I was fucking dead. Yeah, I didn't wake up until like 1:00 in the afternoon, and I had to go to work. Yeah, I had to go into work. For
No, yeah, I had to go to work
hour.
at like 4:30, so I went over around 1, hung out, had about 12
I had
beers.
Such
No.
a bad fucking headache, like dehydrate. Like every time I go to concerts at that place, like I get the worst fucking headaches after
at
or
that
the next
place?
day. Yeah, well, it's because the fumes. Like, luckily it was raining, so there wasn't that many fires this time.
Yeah.
But people burn plastic and they burn all. So
Oh yeah,
like,
they're those stupid things. I'm
so
like,
it
why
makes
are
me
you
so sick?
You guys are fucking idiots.
And that, and well, obviously I
Have
was
a big
drinking.
plastic fire in the middle of a bunch of people.
Yeah, and my fucking migraines have been getting really bad too. So like my hangover was like I could feel it from my neck all the way to my eyeball. It was like that's how bad my fucking headache was.
Yeah.
Like,
Somebody told me that their grandmother used to fry chicken in plastic.
oh, what?
Yeah. And I'm like, that's called poisoning.
Yeah,
they
it's not
poison
good for
you.
you.
Like it doesn't just like go away. It's now your chicken's just coated in melted plastic.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well,
Like that's how you keep it juicy.
all right. No.
Oh. But the funny thing is that
fry
reminds.
it? Well, you can
Yes.
you can bake it in a bag. I mean, that's what people
No,
do.
they fried it in a plastic bag, which obviously not dissolved, but like melted the fucking plastic. But it reminded me so much of these videos that you would see where people are like preparing their food, and they're like, "What are you doing?" Like, "I'm washing the meat," and they're using like dish soap. Or there's another one too where I saw it's like okay, so now I gotta just drop it or like put some oil in the pan. They pull out like fucking Mobile One or something, and they put that in the pan.
Like it's just for fun, right? For funny.
I can't tell because
For
it looks 100% like they're just ignorant and they're just doing it. But I can't tell. I can't, like, it could be staged. It could 100 be, but
you can't cook with motor oil.
The fact of the matter is that I know that there are people that dumb, and I know that people, like I just said, this is a true story of someone saying their grandmother straight up fried chicken in plastic bags.
That's terrible.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not even, it's just ignorant. It's people not knowing how to do stuff. And they're like, this is how you're supposed to do it, right?
Wait, what were you saying about, we were going to get into something else, and now I can't remember. You said according to Facebook. Or beers. Jamie Northwood.
Oh yeah. So
I'm gonna grab myself something from your bar, just a little something.
Okay, go. And so I was talking about it was just a little update, and Jeremy's brewing some special beers. I couldn't remember if he said it on the show though what they were, so I didn't want to like. No, I know what they were, but I don't know if we were supposed to say what they were. He said it on the show. All right, cool. So our good pal Jeremy Northwood, who is a home brewer, he is brewing specific custom beers for myself, Ryan, and rest in peace, Ricky C.
Are we gonna try and get Ricky C on that episode?
Well, yeah, he has to. If he doesn't come on, he's pretty much a dead dick. The dead dick.
Stuck.
Suck it in. No, so but the awesome part is mine is, you know, like my favorite beers are Belgians. He's making me like an orange spice Belgian strong ale type beer, and you have a rye double IPA, and then Ricky C, I don't remember what the fuck it was. I think it was like a dead ale or something. I'm kidding about that. Just because Ricky C's dead. If you want, sure.
Is this the bad stuff?
No, that's the most expensive awesome stuff.
I'll get some
That's cool. You want tequila? Grab the
I was just gonna take a little bit.
Yeah, you can have whatever you want. I'm just saying it's like funny that you picked that one bottle.
I'll take some of
Kraken? There you go. Grab some of that. Or the oak. Actually, I was gonna say you like this better. Stop. This I found is actually pretty good. It's called Bacardi Oak Heart. It's a American oak aged spiced rum, and it almost tastes like a sweet whiskey. So I actually want to know what you think about that, because I like it. I drink it on the rocks. Grab one of those big ice cubes from the black tray. But yeah, so I did that over the weekend, and it worked. And I feel bad because I really wanted to go watch a specific movie. I just didn't get a chance. And so now it's like, I haven't been to the movies in like months now.
Dude, I know, me too. I should get on a microphone.
Yeah, because now it just sounds like I'm talking to myself.
Yeah, I know. I know, me too. I wanted to go see Venom.
I want to go see Venom. I want to go see what is it? Bad Times at El Royale.
Oh yeah, I want to see that.
That looks so good. Like I really want to try that, or go check that out. But yeah, so I mean, since we're talking about that, we could just jump straight into
let's do it.
Stories and shit like that.
I got to be out of here in about 45.
I know, bro. All right, it's fine because
It's me, bitches.
I may have some news for you. Go ahead.
Entertainment news, everybody.
this just broke out.
That is a scientific fact, huh? I'm not gonna get to this story.
I have a question for you.
News story that'll make you guys a little bit tingly in the fans. Okay, we need to move on from that. I need to get away from that real quick.
I read somewhere that their periods attract bears.
I want you hosters to get me a fresh case of beer first thing in the morning.
I like this a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. At $15 at like Ralph's.
Really?
Literally a bottle of Bacardi Oak Heart. It's American oak barrel aged rum, which I mean Bacardi's
Bacardi's good rum anyway.
Bacardi is pretty good. It's one of the most popular ones though, and so people give it like a bad name, especially because Bacardi has that line of just like the really cheap white rums and then like the different flavored ones. No, I really like this one though.
What's funny is I watched Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah.
I just finished all the episodes. It's Flea's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Flea. He's in the comments. He says thank you.
What was I saying? Oh, and then it's funny because it's like a fictional show, but there's like so many actual historical like
Boardwalk Empire
people.
Yeah.
So like
I always like when shows or games do that. One of my favorite.
So like Al Capone, like
Yeah,
they pretty much show the whole like uprising with Al Capone, and then how Puerto Rican rum, specifically Bacardi, got into the States.
Yeah. What they say about it? You want to give us a rundown?
No, it just was kind of cool. Like it was during the bootleg era.
Yeah.
So like they were, the Bacardi was,
which is why it has like the axes on here.
The
too,
Bacardi guy was making deals with American politicians to smuggle his own rum into the States, and he was just cranking them in.
Yeah, but like, I was surprised because I mean, I don't know what it was that made me think Bacardi. I just don't like their white rum, maybe, but this is just like a really nice one, really good, really chill.
It's kind of like a vanilla taste.
I was gonna say it has those little like sweet notes to it, whereas like the Kraken, you get a little bit more spiciness, of course, and then I got the Kirkland one, which is kind of like Sailor Jerry. I haven't been really into like a lot of rums though lately. I want to go to a rum bar and see some really good rum cocktails. I think that might change my mind about rum.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah. It's a good man. All right, getting into movie news. As we were talking about, so the top 5, Venom, still at number 1 at 35 mil. That shit...
You haven't seen it?
I have not seen it, but
I've heard mixed things, man.
But it's made a lot of money. People that have seen it say it's good, except for critics. Critics hate it for whatever reason. Fans seem to love it. But yeah, I agree. Like, so I talked to 2 people about it today. Or not today, this over the week, and just because they were the ones that I knew that saw it. One of them had said that they loved it and it was one of their favorites. The other person said that they hated it and it was like the worst movie ever. So why is this movie so polarizing?
I don't know.
I want to go see it, and I think the thing that's stopping me the most is I'm scared that I will be in the camp of I hate it, and you never ever root for a movie to be bad. If you're gonna go see something, you want it to be a great movie. Yeah. You don't ever be like, oh, this is gonna suck. I mean, people do that, but they're stupid.
Yeah.
Like, you would much rather have a better experience if it's a good movie, but I fear that I'm going to be in that camp of I hate it. Just because I know my tastes, and if what other people are saying is bad about it, I will get bugged by it, but I could still try to have fun. What stopped you? Why aren't you going?
I just didn't have time. I'm going to go. I'll probably go sometime this week, honestly. Yeah, I really want. There's like 3 movies I want to see this week.
Yeah, so I want to see.
Then, does Halloween come out this week?
Let me check my next tab.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah.
So this we'll jump into that in a quick second, but I was gonna say I want to see Venom, which is number 1. A Star Is Born is number 2, but I don't care about it.
You want to see it? Looks good.
No, it looks good. It's just it's regardless of who's in it or what I hear about it, it just doesn't look like it's appealing to me specifically. So I mean that's fine. I'll watch it if somebody takes me again, but I'm not gonna go.
Let's go, bro.
Do it. I want to do Venom. I want to do Bad Times at El Royale. I would check out Night School. I heard that was actually really funny. And those are all, dude. It sucks because Bad Times at El Royale came in at number 7 in its opening weekend. But I've heard only good things about it. Literally only good things. So I don't know what didn't hit home for people. And
I don't know, because I told you I didn't really. All I saw was the billboards, and I didn't really know what the fuck it was about.
Well, I think it's because and this is the hard part for me. It's because I cover movie news. Like I see all this stuff, and I assume other people just see it on TV or something.
Yeah, no.
Surprised. All right. Well, coming out this week, there's 2 movies that you'd probably like. One's in limited release though, so you have Halloween, obviously, which I'm 99% sure it's going to be the number 1 because again, only heard good things about this one.
Yeah.
And mid-90s is in limited release.
Yeah, dude.
Story about our childhood.
I love that. That looks so good, dude. I'm so fucking
Directed by
excited.
Jonah Hill, who again, everyone was saying that he knocks out of the park for
what I
his
heard.
debut as a director,
Yeah.
really.
And like a lot of even like big time, like pros that we liked back in the day, like are saying that this movie like really fucking nails it.
Nice. Yeah, I want to check this out. So Halloween, mid-90s Venom. I think I need to find what day I'm off and just go and watch a bunch of movies. Seriously.
There's a movie, speaking of mid-90s, just in the same kind of realm.
Yeah.
There's
Called
a
Grind.
Dude,
Tom Grind.
fucking grind. It's called
Jimmy
it's called Minding the Gap, and it's on Hulu. It's a documentary about it's basically about these three friends, and this one, it's about this guy. He films him and his friends pretty much skateboarding and fucking around like their whole lives, and then it gets a little deeper about like their abusive situations and like how they they went through what they went through when they were kids and why they still skate as adults trying to escape all this. It's pretty fucking good, and he ends up like confronting his mom about why she was married to his stepdad used to beat him all the time and all this stuff, and it was like it's a pretty fucking gnarly documentary, but also it's got a lot of heart to it too. It's pretty good. It's called Minding the Gap.
Yeah.
It's about these three skateboarders.
Where did you see it, or what can you
It's
find
on
it?
Hulu.
Hulu.
It's streaming on Hulu, and it won the Sundance Film Festival, so that's why it's like on Hulu now. It's like doing this resurgence circuit. It's pretty good. It's that guy's like debut directorial debut as well, and he's a young guy. He's like 24, 22 or something.
Nice. Check that out if you have Hulu. I want to get a group together to get passwords for everything because there's so many goddamn streaming services.
I'm already sharing with somebody with Hulu. Otherwise, I would tell you.
You can still share, bro. No, they don't have to know.
Well, you're only allowed 2 at a time or something like that.
Oh, is that how that works?
So, like, if somebody else is
I think Netflix is nice for letting as many people as it does because it knows. It even says who's watching.
Yeah.
It's like we know you're sharing your password, but we'll give you a separate account. There's literally 5 separate accounts, and literally like.
Yeah, but I don't think you're allowed to. I think Netflix. Yeah, I think maybe you're up to 5. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, but I know there's so many people that watch like the one Netflix account that my family has. Plus, one of my friends has the password too, and I know she's watching.
So with Hulu, I think it's only 2. So if I'm watching something and then somebody else is watching something at their location, and then a third person tries to go on, it'll kick one of us off.
Oh, will it?
Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, I think now it's cool because there's so many different services that it's not. Netflix is not your only option. Like right now, I'm watching different shows on different apps. Like I have literally, The Flash came back, so I'm watching The Flash on CW. I have Netflix. I have Amazon Prime.
You haven't gotten the DC one yet?
I'm not gonna get it until Young Justice, unless I can find somebody that'll give me their password, their login. And so, if you want to be my friend, and you
want
do
to be my friend,
and you have access to DC Universe, let me know. Because the only other thing I was interested in is what just debuted this week, the new Titans series, live action series. You see that? The trailer for that or anything like that?
Yeah.
Or you've seen stuff?
I've seen the Fuck Batman trailer.
Yeah, the Fuck Batman trailer. So
the second one looked better. The second trailer looked more fun.
Yeah, I've seen reviews and
you're
it's
still skeptical on
it's
it.
polarizing still. Only the pilots come out.
That looks like the best thing that I would probably get that streaming service for.
I want to say that this would be a great show if you didn't have in your head all the stuff from the other Teen Titans shows.
Yeah,
comics.
Well, I didn't follow the Teen Titans on Cartoon Network too much.
Oh, okay, because I actually did. Like
I mean, it's a good
I've
show.
watched the whole series.
I watched it.
I didn't like Teen Titans Go. I did watch Teen Titans Go the movie though. That was because somebody they took me, so I was like, I'll watch it. Yeah.
Well, I know you wouldn't. I knew you wouldn't like Teen Titans Go because it's a kids show. It's like a nonsense kids show.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a cool kids shows if they make sense, which is why I like the Teen Titans, like the original Teen.
I do
Teen
remember
Titans
I
show.
watched that one a little bit, and the Teen Titans, the Teen Titans versus Justice League.
Yeah, that movie. I saw that movie
pretty
too.
good.
Yeah, and so this, from what I hear, it takes a lot of liberties, and it kind of falls into some of the same traps that the early DCEU fell into, where it's just dark and gritty and not like no one's smiling, no one's doing anything. Like it's just
Fuck Batman.
everything sucks. Fuck everything.
Yeah.
Not a lot of humor in there. which
I'm okay with as long as you execute it right. You know.
Yeah.
You know,
but that's why I stopped watching Arrow, because they fell into that too. It started getting too drama.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't fall into what they're doing. You gotta, I don't know.
Flash is the only one that I really do watch. Like, I watch The Flash, and they just introduced a character who I love her. It's supposed to be The Flash and his wife Iris' daughter from the future, who's also a speedster. She like comes back in time and shit like that, but she's like the fucking funniest. Like, she's funny, quirky, and cute, and she's mixed. And it's just fucking. I was like,
nice.
She's cute.
Nice.
And yeah, I just like.
I don't know. Well, I told you before. I started the Flash. I watched like the first season, and it just got too fucking like Dawson's Peak for me.
And that's what all the other ones are doing. So it's like, especially Arrow. Arrow kind of started off, and then they got super drama, like super Dawson's Creeky, whatever, like old school WB, CW, etc. Legends of Tomorrow, it bugs me because nothing makes sense. Mm-hmm. Like, I get what it was trying to do, and it was trying to kind of capture the whole, I want to say, Doctor Who-y vibe of they're just like traveling around, having random monster of the week or villain of the week type-esque things with an overarching story.
Yeah.
But there was so much like eye-rolly, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Why would you do that? Or why does that matter? Or how does that even work? Type of things that I just stopped watching.
You know what we didn't talk about?
No. Talk louder. Go get your robot dick.
Fucking Mysterio.
Oh, okay. There was just a picture. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. That's big news.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
I don't know. He's not wearing the helmet. That's why it's big news.
Well, because we don't know that. Okay.
We don't know if that's like the final thing. Maybe.
And we also, someone was saying like, oh, it could be a different villain if he's not wearing the fishbowl helmet.
What do you mean? Isn't he cast as Mysterio?
I don't think it was confirmed that he was Mysterio.
Well, he's wearing the cape and all that shit.
Yeah,
He's definitely Mysterio.
It looks Mysterio, but he just doesn't have the fishbowl. But you know, like, I mean, especially with superhero comics, they like to just get rid of the mask nowadays a lot of the times because actors want screen time with their face. Obviously, you don't want.
I mean, it could. They definitely they'll probably have it in their event. I mean, at some point, like with Loki and like Thor, you know, they wore the big old helmets at some point.
Yeah.
And then
but that didn't cover their face. Like, even nowadays, the Iron Man, you always see his face because he has the scenes where he's in the Iron Man UI, like whatever.
Yeah, well,
Black Panther, he has the cool thing where he just gets rid of the helmet the entire time whenever he feels like it. Like you want to show actors' faces, and actors want to have their face shown. So even Captain America, like, he's barely just the eye holes.
What I'm saying is they're not. That you're right, but I'm saying I'm sure they'll do something, even if it's just for one scene, just to satisfy the fans.
Oh, sure. I feel that too.
People who are already complaining about it, like, no fucking. Plus, like, who cares? What the fucking?
I want to say I don't even know what Mysterio's face looks like in the comics or the cartoons. I don't even remember that because I can just picture a fishbowl.
He got the big fucking bowl on his head. Yeah.
All right, moving forward real quick. We got some trailers that dropped this past week we want to talk about. First and foremost, I posted on the Humpcast Facebook. I think this is my favorite trailer that's dropped in a while. And it's the second trailer, which is awesome. This is the new Glass trailer. It's going to be the trailer for the movie that is the follow-up to, I believe, last year or the year before, Split. I forget when it came out.
I think it was 2 years ago already.
Was it already?
Yeah.
All right, Split.
Maybe a year and a half.
This is a sequel to Split, which, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Split for whatever fucking reason, is a sequel to Unbroken. Unbreakable. Exactly. And so now this is going to be the culmination of that, which is essentially M. Night Shyamalan's sort of superhero sort of franchise he has going, because you have Bruce Willis, who seems to have, like, I think the way that they said it in Breakable was he has like super dense muscle tissue and bones. Yeah. So he has super durability and strength.
And he never gets injured.
Yeah. And then you have James McAvoy, who has multiple personalities, but one of them is the Beast, who essentially does look like Superman's sort of Doomsday. I want to say that's like the comparison that I was making in my head was Bruce Willis is Superman and James McAvoy is Doomsday, kind of but he's unstable, he's unhinged. And then you have Glass, played by none other than brain fart.
Samuel
thank you.
Jackson.
I was like,
Samuel
you'll
L.
get it.
Jackson, motherfucker.
I know. Samuel L. Jackson, who is kind of like the Lex Luthor of this whole thing.
Yeah.
He's the mastermind, but also his bones are like super duper fragile and they could break like glass.
Yeah.
So this trailer, literally, you should go check it out. Look up Glass trailer number 2. It gives you a lot more of the backstory without giving away plot details. It gives you a good insight into what everyone can and cannot do.
They showed
And
the girl from Split too.
They do. So she's in this movie as well. And I think it just looks really cool, really stylistic, but also really like I was like, looks really good. Nothing about this got me worried whatsoever. M. Night Shyamalan, I think when he can put his ego in check, can understand like what makes a good movie.
Yeah. Like I said, I watched Split not knowing that it was obviously not knowing it was, because we didn't know until that movie came out that it was a fucking sequel to Unbreakable. So I just watched Unbreakable for the first time.
And what'd you think?
It was awesome. It's a fucking dope ass movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had never seen it before. I was like, I don't know how this fucking got past my radar, but I just
So at the end of Split, you're like, why is Bruce Willis there?
yeah, totally. Because like I watched it with Steve, and he was like, "Oh God!" Like he would kind of rolled his eyes, and I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?"
That I could see Steve doing that. Why was he's such a cynical dude?
Well, he didn't know, and he just said it was kind of like it's just that it just seemed like it was just thrown in there. Like he was like, you know what, I'm gonna make this a sequel, and then all of a sudden it was an after credit scene.
It was, but I mean, I think it was made with the intent of that, and that was like that's called a reveal, Steve.
Yeah,
it all makes sense because it was thought of ahead of time. They're like, oh no, I'll just like but I understand there are things that do happen, like just like how A Quiet Place could have been part of the Cloverfield thing, but they didn't, thank God, because I think it just works way better without that.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, you can shoehorn stuff like that in, but I think that this was not that. I think this was definitely thought out to be, this is going to be the next iteration in this universe that at the end I will show that it ties into that universe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he ended up enjoying it after we kind of talked about it and whatnot, but but yeah, when we were watching it, it didn't make any sense to me. He had to explain it to me.
Yeah, that's good. Got some more?
Yeah, I'll take a little bit more.
All right, moving forward, we have a brand new trailer, the first trailer, in fact, for the new reboot / remake of Pet Sematary.
I
Don't wanna be buried in a
pet
cemetery.
Yeah, it's funny. I just watched the original again, like
I haven't seen it in
a
years.
couple nights ago.
Yeah? Does it still hold up? Best movie ever?
It wasn't that great when I watched it. It's still, I mean, it's good. It's a good movie. It still kind of holds up. That kid is fucking adorable.
Until he's scary.
Even when he's scary, he's adorable. I got something for you, Daddy. This apparently, I mean, it looks. Yeah, there you go. It looks like it's a little. There's a lot more detail about the actual pet cemetery, like where
Yeah, this one's gonna dig into lore.
The origin. We better talk over it before we get kicked off.
Oh yeah.
But it looks awesome. It looks pretty. It looks a lot scarier than the 80s version.
Oh yeah, of
90s
course.
90s version. 90s version came out in 90.
Is it? I don't know.
No,
do you know?
80. I think it came out in 88 or something like that.
Okay. Well, I feel like a lot of that stuff was more campy. The scary parts were the practical effects.
And Herman Munster's in it.
Oh, is he?
He's the old guy, the old farmer guy.
I don't know. No, what was scary though? What was her name? Zelda.
The woman that has the
Creepy woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
That was creepy. Like, I think this is the thing. Practical effects make things so much scarier because of the fact that you understand that it is real without being real.
Right.
It's physical, it's there, it's creepy, and it just looks weird. Whereas CGI is way too, I want to say soft.
Yeah.
That's probably it's too soft, too fluid. Practical is solid and tangible, and you can see that it's just like creepy.
I agree. But yeah, it's a cool story, and I don't know. The only gripe I have with like the I don't want to live my life again. I was just watching it, that whole part with like the wife when she's talking about like her sister. It's just kind of shoehorned in, like makes no sense to anything else. Like it's just
God,
it's,
that was Zelda right there.
Oh, they showed her.
Yeah, that's.
That whole scene is wait.
What?
Okay. No, I'm just waiting on a check. I just got a text from my grandma.
Cool. Keep going.
Just that whole like storyline, like it's kind of doesn't really tie into the rest of the actual plot, really. Like it's kind of it's just kind of there, like just to creep you out for like, and it's like a real memorable scene. But like when you watch it again, you're like, it makes no sense. It's like there's no reason for it to even be in there.
Yep. Well, I mean, everything was like, it's like all these movies back then were really. I don't know. We give them passes because of nostalgia, but if they were made today, you'd be like, "Oh, this doesn't make sense." Exactly like what you're saying. Like, why is that even in there?
Well, that's why this remake,
because everyone's so scrutinous about films and movies now.
Yeah,
that
everyone's a fucking critic.
Yeah, like, oh, this is bullshit. Why is that even in there? This is bullshit. This doesn't make sense. This is horrible acting, and it sucks. It's true, but just like everything else, we just get like we build upon everything. We have to get better, otherwise
you still haven't seen The Shining, though, huh?
The Shining? No, I've seen The Shining.
We haven't seen The Shining. We should have a movie night with The Shining.
I think so. I want to have a horror movie night. That would be cool.
Well, speaking of,
I don't know what it is. I've been getting into horror movie a lot more.
Pacific Plate Brewing Company every Sunday in October is having horror movie night.
Oh, that's cool. You want to tell us about that? Do you have a lineup of the movies or no?
No, we've just been picking movies, our personal favorites, and putting them on. So
nice.
that's why I watched Pet Sematary the other day.
Oh,
and
cool. Beetlejuice. There's a new series on Netflix. Hunting of Hell House?
Yes,
what is it called? I don't know what it's called. It's Haunted something.
It looks so fucking good, and I've been wanting to get into it, but I keep waiting to watch it with Vicky. But
everyone says it's good, and
I'm busy.
I'm gonna look it up. I want to check it out because I mean it's a series one, and then I myself watching a trailer said that it looked good. And you know me that I'm not. Here's the thing. I like.
Did you ever watch
watching horror? I don't usually like picking horror for myself. I want to watch it with people.
Did you ever watch Hemlock Grove?
No.
You might really like that show too, because it's like a horror theme, but it's kind of it's a little more to it. It's kind of more sci-fi and drama. It's a good show though. Eli Roth.
I've heard about it before, definitely.
Yeah.
The guy that plays Pennywise is in it.
Is one of the main guys, yeah, and he's like a vampire or something.
Something Skarsgård.
Yeah.
There's so many Skarsgårds.
Michael Skarsgård? Daniel Skarsgård? Anthony Skarsgård?
I feel like none of those names are good. Because Alexander Skarsgård is his older brother who is in True Blood, and then his father is in Thor.
Bill Skarsgård.
Bill Skarsgård. Yeah, is Pennywise. So yeah, the whole Skarsgård family seems to be
Skarsgårdians.
The Skarsgårdians
of the galaxy.
Yeah. Or I was gonna say his father's in Thor. They could be Asgardians.
Oh,
Skarsgårdian. Welcome to the Skarsgårdians are people. They're the people.
Yeah,
exactly. All right. Last story for me is there was a trailer, more of a teaser, obviously. That was the very first look at Aladdin, the new live-action movie made by Disney. Of course, they're redoing a lot of their old animated films as live action. This is the first teaser for Aladdin, and I'm going to let Ryan say what he thought before I say what I thought.
Poof, what do you need? Poof, what do you need? Poof, what do you need? Looks all right. I don't know. It's just a teaser. I mean, really, it all comes down to the performance of the genie.
It does.
Like, really? I mean...
The genie and Jafar.
Jafar, but I feel like that'll be like an easy villain actor could take that role.
You could take it. You could overdo it, or you could do it just right, or you could super underdo it, and it would be like the Jafar could be a very charismatic character.
They could take it to Jafar.
You get it. You get it. Exactly. This when I as soon as I finished watching this, I gave this a big meh.
Fart noise?
It didn't look bad. It was just Just for the sake of it, I was like, no, I saw it. And then I was just like... That's a long drop.
That's such a fucking like, it's such a like, I don't know, obscene drop.
Oh yeah, of course.
And it's so detailed.
You know what I want to get? I want to get a button that just says moist.
Yeah,
Moist. I feel like a bit bug people.
The French.
But yeah, so I saw it and I was just like, that look okay. So here's why, and here's what I'm saying. I'm comparing this more to the first teaser trailer for the live action Beauty and the Beast. That gave me chills.
I never saw it.
The trailer or the movie?
Well, I don't remember the trailer, but I never watched the movie.
Okay. Well, I mean, that one was more of like, that was not the first one because they did Cinderella. I didn't care about that one either. But this one, it played the song. And
it did Snow White too, didn't they? Did they do a Swan? No, that wasn't Disney. It was something else.
No, they did. Hold on, Beauty and the Beast trailer. Boom. And it starts out with the song.
I remember it looking good, but I just never watched it.
This is the first trailer that they dropped. But
this isn't a teaser. The Aladdin one is like super teaser.
Fair enough.
It's like all you got was just a few shots of the shit that you remember.
I honestly think that they would have hit harder if they had even done a single line or shadow of the genie. Like any hint of the genie whatsoever would have made the trailer, made it or broke.
What do you think he's gonna look like? Because in this Beauty and the Beast, like the Beast actually kind of looks like the Beast from the cartoon. She's even wearing like the same outfits.
Like it looks like a live action adaptation, which is what it should be in theory. So in theory, it's a CGI'd Will Smith's face on a big blue thing.
That's
you know
what I'm saying. Like it could look like shit. Or they could just make him blue and be like the one that we see on the stage show at Disneyland.
No way they should do that. No way that they should do that. I would not.
Is
agree.
he going to be blue or is he going to be? I think he's just going to be Black Will Smith.
I think he needs to. Like this is a character that if you're doing a live action version needs to be ethereal in physicality. He's not solid. Like this is where practical should not take place. You should not have a man in blue paint, blue face makeup or mask or whatever. Like you should have, unless you don't go the color route at all, which is also your kind of, I
don't think they will.
And then you go.
I don't think they're going to make him blue.
You think he's just going to be Will Smith?
Yeah. I think so.
It doesn't sound like Disney's style. If you think about it, they don't have anyone like that. Everyone, even the human characters, are a little bit whimsical.
What do you mean whimsical? Like they look like they do in the cartoons?
Yeah, exactly. Like I think even I'm trying to see if there's a clip in here. But what's LeFou? He looks very whimsical versus just regular Josh Gad. He's not just Josh Gad. And then Belle has that little, Belle flair. What I'm saying is literally like they don't right there. He has his mutton chops. He has his he looks oafish.
Yeah.
Versus just like Will Smith. Like
well,
you couldn't just have Will Smith.
He's not going to be. I'm saying they'll give him some prosthetics or whatever, but I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna make him a floating blue cloud.
I don't know. I'm very interested, but like I said, I think that this trailer/teaser would have done way better as far as buzz if they had even give you an ounce of what the genie is, assuming that they're confident in the movie.
Yeah.
So,
gotta move on.
That's my last story, and now it's Ryan's turn to talk about things. Yay!
Oh no! Oh no!
Or no.
Behold, the
the secrets of nature's deepest mysteries.
She's literally like launching eggs out of her pussy. The poo-poo, eat the poo-poo guy. So they just like tie up these dudes and fart in their face. Maybe cut off his dick. This is gonna blow your fucking mind.
I am the smartest man alive!
Are you ready?
I am the smartest man alive!
So apparently there is a video of this. Okay, but look it up on try and find it on TMZ.
Oh, an actual video of her?
Yeah. So Sharknado actress Tara Reid asked to leave Delta flight after causing a disturbance. American Pie actress, well, I keep saying actor, but actress Tara Reid was asked to leave a Delta flight on Monday, which was yesterday. TMZ reported the flight, which was scheduled to depart from Los Angeles for New York, had just left the gate when Reid was escorted off the plane with her small dog. Delta said the plane returned to the gate prior to takeoff due to a customer disturbance on board. In a statement to People, a video of a flight attendant speaking with Reid and Reid leaving the plane was posted on TMZ on Monday. Is this it right here?
I think it is. We'll find.
My name is Glenn. So I have managers and captain.
Can't hear shit.
Carry all your things for you and meet you right out here with the captain and the you need this? Is this the strap?
Okay, so for whatever reason there were subtitles now, but there weren't earlier, so I don't know what the fuck he said. But he just asked her to leave. She got up with a dog.
Huh.
Okay, so that doesn't tell you much, except that it happened.
The actress made headlines in August for a questionable interview while promoting the 6th installment of the Sharknado film franchise. Fans pointed out that during the interview with Australia's Today Extra, the actor seemed to be slurring her speech and... What does it say? Why does it say squirting heavily?
Maybe that's what she was doing.
Squirting heavily?
Sure. Squinting, maybe?
Squinting heavily? Or maybe slurring?
I like squirting
it says
heavily.
Squirting heavily.
What website are you watching?
This is weird. This is from
Newsweek. This is on Pornhub.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, here's the clip from her in August, her interview.
This one, you guys, honestly, is beyond... it's my favorite one. It's so ridiculous. It's so bad that it's good. And it's just... I mean, we've already, like, gone to outer space. I already had a baby instead of a shark. I mean, we've done everything. Like, so you thought, like, how can we top this one off? And they're like, I got it. Let's time travel.
Yeah, never
I was
say
surprised
never.
I never shot in Australia, honestly.
Well,
never say never, but I really wanted us to shoot there. It's one of my favorite places, but I thought, oh my God, to shoot in Australia, you guys have the sharks, it would be amazing.
Well,
you know,
we have
like,
some
you guys
real
have the
sharks
best
here
in
that
the
we
world.
could
some good stuff.
She's on a good one right
Definitely
there.
give you a run for your
Yeah,
money.
real sharks.
And is it true, Tara, that you...
It sounds like she's on opioids to me.
I don't know the differentiation between people sounding like different things. But yeah, it doesn't sound like it doesn't sound like she can articulate very
sounds like
well.
she's on painkillers and she's just like
I love it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Okay. So it doesn't really say what actually happened, but
why she got kicked
yeah,
off?
why she got kicked off.
What the fuck? News? You're not doing a good job at being news at all.
All it is just talking about her past appearances and shit.
That's lame.
All right. Archaeologists find vampire child who died 1,500 years ago.
As we learned from Tom Cruise, that is a very bad thing to do.
What?
Have a vampire child. Also, if you want Twilight, it's forbidden as well.
The body of a 10-year-old child who died in the 5th century had a rock inserted into its mouth to prevent the undead to attack.
What?
A place called the Cemetery of Babies is bound to be filled with some exceptionally heartbreaking and spooky stuff. But when excavations of this 1,500-year-old children's necropolis in the Italian commune of Lugnano.
I love your pronunciations. They're amazing. They're off the hook.
Necropolis is
Necrolian?
No, necropolis.
Necrol?
Necropolis is a word I've never really heard before.
Yeah, necropolis. Yeah, I've heard of it, but I play a lot more video games than you do.
I guess that means cemetery, right? Necropolis.
City it has to do with
cemetery.
Dead. Yeah. Necropolis.
Anyway, so they found this these bones of a child, right? Which is from the 18th.
This song really doesn't fit what we're talking about.
It doesn't. It doesn't. According to one of the archaeologists, says I've never seen anything like it. It's extremely eerie and weird. Excavation team member David Soren, an archaeologist at the University of Arizona, said in a statement last week. The vampire, quote unquote, belonged to a 10-year-old kid whose sex is
this fits.
Okay. Whose sex is unknown, who probably fell victim of a malaria outbreak that devastated the Umbrian community in the 5th century. So I just watched Lore, but so
Lord?
Lord. So around this time,
Stan Marsh's dad?
What the fuck, man? Every time I try and say anything, it's always some fucking weird, and it's not, it would be something if it was an actual reference that people would understand, but it's like something that's like 10 years old that no one fucking talks about anymore.
You're welcome.
Anyway, I just watched Lore on fucking, yeah, you get me all fucked up. It's on, what is it? Prime. It's on Amazon Prime, where they actually did a whole episode on this shit.
Uh-huh.
So basically, what happened back then is if your child got malaria, for some reason they thought sometimes they would bury people who weren't completely dead. So that actually happened.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
So then they would dig up the graves and see like scratch marks on the fucking. So they thought they were coming back to life. So to ensure that they wouldn't get back up and like roam around seeking either vengeance or whatever, they thought they had to eat other people's organs and blood to continue to be alive.
Ugh.
Right?
Yeah.
So they would do these terrible things to the bodies before they would bury them now. So they would either like, they'd pull out their teeth, or they would stuff rocks in their mouths. They'd weigh them down with bricks. Fucking and then other things were
you said they found scratch marks in the things.
Some of, not in this one particularly. This is just a crazy other. This is a thing that they would do to bodies so that they wouldn't feed, or I guess to keep them from feeding.
Yeah. I don't. Oh God, fucking people.
And so there was another thing. Okay, so in The Conjuring.
Yeah.
I had just finished. It's so funny because I was just watching this thing about how they would bury these bodies that they didn't know sometimes if they were completely dead or not. So what they would do is
only there were a way to check.
So they would know. So they would tie. There would be a mechanism that had strings on every limb, on every fingertip. Yeah. So if they were to wake, then you would hear the bells go off on the surface. So the strings were tied to a bell that was like up, up by the gravestone. So that's why in like horror movies and stuff, you'll hear like bells go off or whatnot. Mm-hmm. It's because in that if it's an old cemetery, they have, the dead bodies, they're tied to a bunch of bells.
Oh,
so
that's cool. Well, I feel like I haven't like looked up at a lot of this stuff, like weird history like that.
Well, that's why I like that show Lore, dude. It's pretty fucking sick. They tell you some pretty crazy stories about all this, and that's okay. So there's like a particular family that they follow that did this stuff, and they actually ended up making a tea because they were trying to figure out a tea out of the heart of one of the daughters that died.
That's fucking weird.
That's because her older brother had just gotten sick.
Yeah.
So this dude's whole family was dying from malaria, and some crazy witch doctor, some shit, fucking thought of this idea like. Well, if it's because of this. So if you make a megatonic out of organs, out of your deceased, and give it to the person that's sick, then they'll get better. So they dug up his dead daughter, fucking pulled out her heart, made a tonic, and gave it to their son.
Whoa.
And so and then he ended up dying anyway. And because they were digging up,
Probably because they fucking fed him dead person heart tea.
So at that point, he was willing to try anything because his whole family was dying of malaria. So then he ends up they end up getting like all these stories in the news because they find out that they were digging up bodies and shit and making tonics out of. Or whatever, but he just did it that one time, so they became.
So, boy, you guys are taking this out of proportion. I only did it once.
So they became the original vampires.
Really?
Yeah. That's where that story came from.
That's weird. I want to look that up. Is that a thing? So this guy's and his name was Dracula.
No, that's where it came from, though. I think it was like something around it was something about the town they lived in or their last name or something, and then that's where Bram Stoker came up with the idea.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I want to check this all out because this is like I do like history. I like the history and I like myth, and so if you put those together, this obviously they go hand in hand for certain things. But yeah, I think I'd really like this show. I want to check it out.
It's really good. But sometimes I can't watch it before I go to bed because some of them are like super
scary,
super fucked up, and then I'm like, this is really fucked up.
You know what I'm looking forward to? I heard it's actually kind of interesting. Is the new Sabrina, the Teenage Witch?
Oh yeah.
Show? It's supposed to be on the 25th.
They just dropped a trailer for that or something too.
Yeah. It's supposed to be darker, creepier.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I want to check that out.
I did want to do this article about
you suck if you don't like horror movies.
Yeah, if you like, it's not if you don't like horror movies, but it's like it's a real personal fucking like essay pretty much. So I don't really want to get into it because it's like it's not really like an actual scientific article. It's just some person's opinion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I was gonna get into because I had heard. Or I had seen these other studies that like scientists say or whatever that like that's how you like if you don't go to horror or if you don't let out your bloodlust every now and then then you're a fucked up person.
Yeah, like a purge. We should get a purge.
Yeah,
going on.
Totally.
Sounds good. All right. So anything else?
I got a new episode of Hit the Mics with Ryan D on everywhere.
Oh, cool.
Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes.
Yeah? Who's your guest?
My fiance and my friend Daniel Eachis. Not together.
Yeah, I realized that after you said it. I was like, wait a second.
Not together. But we recorded a funny intro together, me and Vicky. But Daniel Eachis, he's a
Oh, is it like one of those couple answer machine things?
No.
You're watching Hit the Mics with Ryan D. and Vicky.
No, she brought in all this. She got invited to this like Brewers Guild thing, so she had a bunch of like good beers that we were talking about. Shit.
I want you hosters to get me a fresh case of beer first thing in the morning.
Sounds good.
And Daniel Eachis is a good friend of mine. He's not a podcast. He's a comedian who just recorded an album that is available on iTunes and Spotify, and it's called "Carry the Pillows."
Well, Lottie frickin' da!
Cool.
This is a good episode.
Nice. All right, check that shit out. You can follow us everywhere at Humpcast. Follow me personally at Garrett_AM_Lee at Twitter and Instagram. Anything else?
Go to teamrandy.com and buy tickets for the taping of Comedy at the Dollar.
Please. He doesn't know that word, but you know the word, so please.
Fucking do it.
Yeah. And I will catch you guys. We will catch you guys next week, which is that the Halloween? Or is that 2 weeks from now?
No.
Halloween episode?
2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks. All right, cool. We got shit for that. We'll figure out what we're going to do next week. You guys have a good fight. Good night.